There is a book by Daron Acemoglu and James A. Robinson on how nations fail, the origins of power, poverty, and prosperity. The synopsis of that book has to do with the fact that social exclusion is the #1 reason for the implosion of nations. And Usman Dampodio said, a society can thrive on unbelief, but no society can thrive on injustice. Here we are, with a Muslim president and a Muslim vice president in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious polity like ours. I was a child of circumstance. Equity, justice, and fairness demands that the #3 citizen of this country should be of the Christian faith. Your Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, what binds us together supersedes whatever that divides us. But most importantly, we should make deliberate efforts at inclusivity in governance. Ours is a young nation. Some nations are as old as the history of humanity: Egypt, India, China. This is a young nation, while every community would like to have that representation on the dinner table of their own kinsmen. When I was given the opportunity to pick my key staff, I deliberately picked an Igbo man to be my chief security officer. This is a man who had been with me through thick and thin. When I was picked as the ANPP gubernatorial candidate in 2011, this gentleman was sleeping in the same room with me at the height of the Boko Haram insurgency. He worked with me for 8 years in Government House, Maiduguri. And even when I moved to Abuja, he came down to Abuja, and he was loyally visiting me every weekend at home. Your Excellencies, especially those who were governors, can give testimony to the fact that when you are in power, your friends know you. When you are out of power, you know your friends. Governor Ibrahim Gaidam can give testimony. Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole can give testimony. Otumba Benga Daniel can give his own account. His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, Senator George Akume can give his own testimony. And I believe that distinguished Senator Deb Omahi will not have cause to shake his head in the future. So here we are, a young nation. And I went out of my way for the ADC. I picked a Northern Christian to be my ADC. Again, for the purpose of inclusivity. He's not of the rank of he hasn't attained the rank eligible to be made an ADC. But I insisted, let him be an acting ADC until he's elevated to the position where he can be a full-time ADC. Politics is about perception. Yeah. Politics is about optics. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to appeal to you. I want to appeal to your conscience that the stability and inclusivity and togetherness of this nation supersedes the depth of our pockets, the stability of our pockets. And honestly, of the distinguished senators that are here, there are some cases that I wasn't completely surprised. Someone like Senator Abaribe, who have been in the same chamber for 4 years. He has been a consistent advocate of equity and justice. Senator Abba Moro, I wasn't surprised by his coming on board. There are people that work very hard, and I have to pay tribute to former Governor Nyesom Wike and Senator Dave Umahi. For me, under the current dispensation, the worst, the most incompetent Southern Christian is better than the most puritanical Northern Muslim for the presidency of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are talking about the sustainability of the nation. The nation is at a crossroad. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of the same pace, for God's sake. I may not even enjoy the luxury of the dinner. I'm visiting a distinguished senator at home. I'm ready to kneel down and beg my colleagues for them to come on board for the sake of the nation. And I don't want to mention names, but I'm absolutely certain that there are 4 or 5 senators that will certainly come on board. The elder statesman, Senator Ibrahim Gaidam, is not in the best of shape, but he came here out of his belief, out of his commitment. And I can assure you that Senator Ibrahim Gaidam will deliver his 2 other senators from Yobe State on Tuesday. Here we have Senator Boma is already seated here. So there are states where we are going by God's grace to get all the 3 senators. So many states. Kogi, the white lion. The comrade is delivering his 3 senators in Edo State. Kwara, by God's grace, my friend Senator Sadiq Umar Suleiman will fall into line by tomorrow. I'm surprised that only one came from Taraba, but I'm working on Taraba. But I don't want to reveal, in war, you don't reveal all your trade secrets. So I want to reserve my comments. I want to thank you, but beg to take my leave so that I can go and attend to some unfinished business. Because this is a war for the survival of this nation. And it's a war that we cannot take lightly. Thank you so much. Enjoy your dinner, and may God bless us.
No, don't worry. Can we ask the SP and DSP to please?
You can sit down, sir.
Yeah, let SP and DSP alone. See you more.